All right, the change in number. I kind of read over it, but I want you to tell me like why and just the meaning behind it. I
Yeah.
guess.
So the short story is I was 28 growing up and got to Clemson. Seth Beer, who's probably the best player in Clemson history, was 28. 29 for John Smoltz was available. Got to Atlanta. 29 is not available. 28 was taken by Olsen. And then I thought, all right, well, I might as well get my own number. So I went with 99 for Rick Vaughn and Paul Rabel, who's the greatest lacrosse player of all time, in my opinion. Played at Johns Hopkins, all-time points leader in professional lacrosse. So started the PLL. So it's a cool number to me.
Are you a big lacrosse fan?
I am. Yeah, that was my other sport growing up. For a while there, I might have been better at lacrosse than baseball, but at some point along the line, I guess baseball took over.
And did that help you with baseball?
I think it's a similar mechanical movement, shooting a lacrosse ball. It's the same rotational concept, and always trying to shoot the ball the fastest. At one time, he had the fastest shot. Paul Rabel did at 111 miles an hour. So it's a different technique in a way, but it's also the same kind of, like I said, rotational movement.
Forgive me, I know nothing about lacrosse. Your fastest shot, you said that 111. What was yours?
Oh, not a 111. I was never. I mean, when I stopped playing lacrosse, I was probably 15. So I was never really on a gun. I was never good enough. In Knoxville, Tennessee, where I grew up, lacrosse was not what it is in the Northeast. So.
How does the spring training feel a little bit different compared to last year, where you're on this side of the locker room, maybe compared to being over there trying to earn one of these spots?
It doesn't feel too different. I still want to come in and prove my value to the team and get ready for the season, whatever capacity that was. Last year, I thought it would be at AAA and ended up being in the big leagues. And so, I think you got to take spring the same way every year. Everybody's getting ready. You can mess your season up just as well as you can set it on the right foot in spring training. So you got to take it seriously, and I take the approach that I'm still trying to earn a spot.
You had an incredible season last year with more than 200 strikeouts. Where do you start to build that goal? Does it start here, and do you think you can surpass that next season?
Yeah, I mean, it all starts in spring training to me, but that starts in the off season too. So, I don't think you can really. I don't like to set result-based goals for myself. I think where I focus is more day-to-day and just maintaining the right mental approach, and then things usually check out, and all I'm trying to do is just give us a chance to win. So.
Have you had a chance to work with Sean Murphy, and if not, just get a chance to talk with him?
Yeah, I haven't thrown to him yet, but we've been talking, and just a great guy. He's fitting right in, and it's awesome to have him here. And he and Travis behind the plate are going to be really, really good for us. So it's awesome to have him, and I'm excited to work with him.
Have you been working with the new pitch clock yet, and what are just overall thoughts?
Yeah, we've kind of fooled around with it in the bullpen a little bit. I mean, I could speak pretty negatively on the rule changes, but I'll try not to. I think that things you can't control are not worth complaining about. So I can't control it. All I can do is adapt to it and try to use it in my favor, and that's what I'm doing.
Do you have any experience using the pitch clock at all in the minor leagues at all, or talk to guys that maybe have used it, and what if their advice?
So I missed the pitch clock in the minors, so I haven't done it. Guys say it takes some adjustment. The games are obviously faster. I think quality is important as well. So hopefully the game speed increase doesn't detract from the quality of the games. Yeah, like I said, can't control it. Just gonna go out and try to put up zeros, and same goal as always.
I won't make you speak negatively about the rules, but to phrase it differently, what are the biggest challenges of those?
Yeah, I think it's adjustment to the pace. I mean, that's kind of the way that the pitcher-hitter relationship is I'm trying to dictate the pace of the game, and he's trying to dictate the pace of the game. So now that it's in a third party's control in a way, that struggle is different. I don't know how it's going to go because I've never done it before. So my estimation as to what's best for me is to try to just work fast and stay ahead of the hitter at all times, and sort of always be waiting on them. Try to maintain the upper hand, but at the same time you can't wear yourself out. So it's a fine balance, and I think that's what spring training's for. So we're not worried about winning games necessarily. It's just figuring those things out. And fortunately, we've got a full-length spring to learn that stuff this year.
It's Excuse me. It's interesting you bring up pace because that's the exact same thing Charlie said yesterday, and that's as a baseball fan, that's not something I think about. How big a part of that battle between pitcher and hitter is pace that maybe those on the outside, not on the mound or in the box, don't see?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when the pitcher's going well, when I'm shoving and I'm working fast, I mean the hitters they're disadvantaged. They're waiting on me, and so they don't get to control the pace of the game, and that changes their pitch-to-pitch approach, which is big, you know, and especially I think when the game, you know, gets later and we're in the 7th inning and it's sort of a crutch moment late in the game, and you know, tying run comes to the plate, like those big moments, trying to slow the game down is going to be tough. So whoever figures out how to do that the best with the new system is going to, you know, have the advantage.
One other thing I want to ask, going back to Emily's question about the number, did you call him Rick Vaughn? I've never heard Rick Vaughn.
Rick
Is
Vaughn?
it a term of respect? I mean, usually hear Ricky.
Ricky, yeah, I mean, I guess at this point he's, you know, 70-something years old, so
True.
it's a little more dignified. I'll call him Rick. I don't know, I guess I guess it is Ricky Vaughn all the time. You hear Rick as well in the movie.
I mean, yeah, I guess a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah.
I mean, you know, generally it's Rick. I don't know. I didn't know if it's just like a term of.
No, I think it was a subconscious decision on my part to go with Rick over Ricky.
I like it though.
Yeah.
Have you started naming your pitches yet?
I have not named my pitches. I don't plan to. Yeah, I'm not really trying to take on a Wild Thing persona necessarily. It's my favorite number, or favorite movie, excuse me. And, you know, I thought with the contract and everything, I'd choose my own number. So.
There's a lot of talented arms on this rotation. Just what are your expectations for this group of guys going into the season? How good can you be?
I think that we can be really good. You know, I mean, our every guy's goal on the staff is to go out and give us a chance to win, pitch deep into the game, put up zeros, and everybody has the capability to do that at an elite level. And you know, we take pride in that fact that we can sort of control the game in a way as pitchers, and our staff certainly feels that way. And so, yeah, if everybody's healthy and everything's working, we're going to be really good.
Now that you've had just my last question, time to think about last season and maybe let it sink in a little bit, is it surreal to, like, when you think back on looking up in the stands and having fans, like, you know, like have a mustache on or have a picture of you in their hands, like how surreal was that for you if you even had time to think about it?
Yeah, no, it's awesome. I mean, just to be admired by anybody is means something, and I certainly don't think of myself in the way that other people seem to. You know, so it's very cool, and I'm very appreciative of the support and attention.
Wait, last one. Banana question.
Golf, though, is something that we hear bonding. Is the guys play golf? How are you at golf? Are you part of this golf?
Don't participate in golf. I don't do golf. I don't do fantasy sports. I don't do. Yeah, there's a lot of things that I don't partake in that everybody else does. I don't know what happened. I just never developed the golf skill, and I certainly don't participate in fantasy sports. So I just observe and like to make fun of everybody else who does those things.
So that's how you bond them?
Yeah, generally my role here is to just sort of imitate people and try to be funny and make fun of everybody. So yeah.
You're like the goofy guy.
In a way, I like to think it's a more sophisticated humor at times, but yeah, you know, that's what I'm here for.
Who are you best at imitating?
I'm not going to name any names, but my imitation skills are usually impromptu. So if somebody says something funny or imitable, I don't even know if that's a word. Yeah, I like to pull it out on the spot. So yeah.